everyone. Welcome Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Got my son Nathan with me today, and we discovered something that we really wanted to share with you. So we are going to be talking about Baren's vanilla roll cake today.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not sure that this has been out there for a long time, but it's been out there for, I think, at least a year, but maybe longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just tried it, maybe about a month ago, and thought this was something that we probably want to share on one of our episodes. So this is made by Baren. It is an aromatic. It has black, Cavendish, Burley, and Virginia in it. It does have vanilla flavoring. It's a curly cut, or some people call it a coin cut.
Yeah.
This comes in 3.5 ounce tins, and it also comes in 1 pound bags, so you can get it in either. It's made in Denmark, and it is currently available just about everywhere you can get Baren tobaccos.
Yep.
Strength on this is medium, the flavor is medium, and the taste is about a moderate. So we'll go ahead and just start talking about this one. Let's start off with the tin note. What did you think about the tin?
What drew me into it originally. It is so sweet. The smell in the tin note, but not like sweet. It's like almost sweet as in like that. Remember the gentleman caller that we tried with the deer tongue?
Yeah.
Where we could just smell the sweetness of the leaf, but not being goopy or anything like that. That's kind of what I get from this, because it doesn't seem like it is a terribly typical aromatic tobacco where they're topped and flavored and cased and all that other stuff. It just smells fresh but very sweet, and that vanilla comes so strong.
The tobacco
so strong.
flavor, the tobacco scents do come through, so it's not heavily coated, but the you're right, the vanilla on it is just predominant.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes out, and it's so real vanilla. It's not imitation or anything like that. It's a real vanilla scent. And of course, they do use sweet Madagascar vanilla on this blend. So they're using quality vanilla for it. But that vanilla just comes through, and it's so delicious. And you know, I've tried several. I mean, through the course of my smoking in the last 38 years, you know, everybody comes across a vanilla blend at some point.
That's one from the drugstore that you bought or the corner tobacco shop. You know?
And this one is the most authentic vanilla scent that I've ever smelled in 38 years of smoking.
That's why I love this one so much. That tin note alone is so different. Anyone who has smoked a pipe for more than a year has picked up an ounce or two of vanilla at the tobacco shop, and that's what it's called. That's what it is at the tobacco shops. I want an ounce of vanilla, or however much you get. And man, it smells good, but this one blows it out of the park. And I think you're absolutely right on that one. It smells real.
Yeah.
Like it's like they didn't just put vanilla casing in it. They pulled the vanilla plant and dried it with the tobacco and mixed it in there.
Or use pure vanilla extract and
just
put it in there.
it.
Yeah,
they did something.
But here's the thing: not only do you get that authentic vanilla scent, but you're also getting the scents from all of the tobaccos as well.
It's a real tobacco.
Yeah, you're getting a floral scent, you know, from the Virginias. I get a hint of coconut in this as well. But you get that light hay, you're getting some bread, you're getting some dark fruit like fig in it. There's a little bit of woodiness and earthiness. There's a nuttiness in there.
Yeah, from the burleys. And I mean, it's all there. And then you get that vanilla smell that just makes it makes your mouth water, because you're ready for the taste of the sweetness that you really feel like you're going to get.
By far, this is the best vanilla tobacco smell
I've
ever had.
Yep, me too.
Yeah,
me
really,
too.
really great tin note.
And I've only been smoking for 10 years, but for almost 40 years of smoking, to know that this is still the best smelling vanilla that you've ever had this is the best one that I've ever had. That's a lot of vanillas that's been tried across the world.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the taste if it holds up with the taste test. So, what are you getting on the taste?
I think so. I absolutely think so. I have a little bit of a problem keeping it lit, as you guys could probably tell. I've had to relight a couple times, but I think it's probably because I'm not very adept at smoking. What, curly cuts or
yeah,
what
like
I always
coin.
call coins.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with coins. Just because I haven't smoked them very frequently at all. I always thought they were too much to handle for me to be able to smoke them, so I never dealt with it. But I think the taste fits right up to par with the way it smells in the jar. It's a real tobacco taste with a real sweet vanilla accent. And that's what it is, an accent. It accentuates the rest of the Burleys, the Virginias, those Black Cavendish flavors. They're all there. Real tobacco taste with a vanilla touch.
Yeah,
it's really, really nice.
Yeah, you don't get as much of the vanilla coming across the palate as you do when you nose it.
Yeah, when you nose it.
Yeah.
But you get it, and then you get it with the real taste of tobaccos, which is what I think a lot of your typical English smokers, your Virginia smokers, your vapor smokers, they at least me, when I smoke, I choose Virginias and Vapors over other tobaccos because I want to taste the tobacco as much as I want to taste the other nuances and flavors in it. This one does it justice. It is an aromatic that is, to me, does not act like an aromatic.
Yeah, it's more tobacco forward than it is any flavor forward or anything like that. Yeah, like I said, you do taste the vanilla, but it's not a strong taste. It's got a sweetness to it from the Virginias. It's got a creaminess to it. There's a little bit of spice or zest in there that's kind of hanging out. Could be from the bright Virginias that are in this.
That might burn a little hotter than some of the other flavors that are in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and the citrus from the Virginias come out too. The kind of that lemony kind of taste in there. But yeah, the sweetness is almost like a sugar taste.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. It is an accentuating flavor. Man, it's so incredible how you can be able to taste all the tobaccos, and then at the back end of the exhale, there's your sweetness. It's like you're breathing out the sugar, and I really like this one.
Yeah, and the Virginias are really good Virginias because you're getting some of that hay, you're getting some of that breadiness, that toast in there. The Burleys, you're getting some of the nuttiness coming through with the Burley. There's the fig that I got from the nose is not quite as strong in the taste, but it's hidden in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, but man, it is a good tasting aromatic, and I don't even consider this.
I wouldn't either. That's what I thought. I was smoking it, and I don't know. I know why they would put it in the category of an aromatic because of the way it smells, because of the room note, which is something we're going to get to. Because you do get the sweet taste when you smoke it.
And
it smokes so much like a regular tobacco.
Yeah, but under the guidelines of what is an aromatic, this is really an aromatic. It is, but because it's been treated. The tobaccos have been cased or have been topped with something, but. Yeah, it's still.
It doesn't smoke like one.
If you like Virginias, especially bright Virginias, you're gonna like this one because it's got the same qualities as a bright Virginia smoke with just a little bit of that vanilla sweetness in there.
It really does change the pace of a Virginia smoker when it comes to this. And we're getting into the summer months, kind of here when it decides to stop raining, and that's when I start picking up, okay, I want to start tasting some sweet things. I want to start going away from just the harsh, or not harsh, but very lemony, citrusy, bright flavors that I get from Virginias from time to time. Man, I think I found it.
Well, good.
This is good.
Yeah, it comes in, we bought this in a 3.5 ounce tin. And, for 3.5 ounce tin, it's not tremendously expensive. I don't remember if it was.
I spent $20 on it.
Some people, some places sell it for $20. Smoking Pipe sells it for a little less than $20, like $18 something or other. But yeah, it's
Some sell it for more. Some sell it for $25, $27.
yeah.
It just depends on where you get it from. But we'll get to that when we get to the score, because that's one thing I didn't.
What do you think about the room note on this one?
So this is where the vanilla comes right back out.
Yeah.
You don't take the flavor's there when you smoke it. It's very, very there in the tin note, and then back on out to the room note. It smells really different. Funny little story. I had a guy that I was working with that I was training. He smelled me smoking a Virginia, an English blend, the whole time we were training for the week. At the end of the week, I grabbed myself some of this vanilla roll cake, and I decided to finish up my week with a full day's smoke of vanilla roll cake. So I had 3 pipes packed with this. I lit it up first thing in the morning. He went, "What is that? What is that?" Instantly changed his mind on the whole idea of what pipe smoking is, instead of funky Englishes or very hot burning Virginias. Well, what was that one? What's that one? And he smelled the tin, and he actually later that evening bought himself.
Was he a pipe smoker?
He was a smoker, and had always been interested in pipe smoking because he had an uncle who was a pipe smoker, and his grandfather was a pipe smoker. And I had told him to try it, but he had been with me for the whole week training and saw me smoke nothing but a pipe. And he bought one and tried it, and now he's hooked.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
But it was this tobacco that got him to really stop and go, okay, so there's other things that I can try, because he vaped.
Yeah, well, this is, as far as the tin note goes, I mean the room note goes on this,
It's
this is going to be a crowd pleaser.
This is definitely a very pleasant room note.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. People are going to come and want to know what you're smoking.
Yeah, it's sweet, and the vanilla comes through. It's really, really good room note. Moisture level, what do you think?
I can't tell if it's because I'm bad at packing coins, or if it's because there is moisture in the tobacco itself. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. The coins come in very sturdy. Like, we've smoked other coin tobaccos before, and they kind of break apart a bit.
Especially if they're too dry.
Yes, this one doesn't. So they're pretty solid coins. I can't tell, but like I said, I can't tell if it's moisture or if I'm just bad at packing coins. I have had a couple relights, and I have had a little dot at the bottom of the bowl.
Well, like flakes, coins, all of those are going to be a little bit more moist, simply because of the process that it goes through as far as slicing and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're slightly moist, but they're not so moist that you have to let them dry. I think they're ready to go.
Think so. I think they're ready to go, and honestly, with the way this smokes, the way it smells, the way I enjoy it, I'm willing to put up with the little dottle and the little bit of work to continue smoking this.
You've been smoking it like the per George
way.
Jensen or Jensen.
Yeah, per George Jensen way. I've been trying to grab the 2 coins, fold them, and stick them directly into the pipe.
Now, what I do is I'll stack 3, I'll fold it over, and then I'll do a little twist.
Yes.
And then put it in my...
See, I only do that for the top coins, just so I have a lighting surface to put on top. But I can't figure out the best way that works for me. I've tried rolling them and then putting them. I've tried folding them. I just haven't figured out my knack, but I have only been smoking coins for about the last month and a half, because we tried that Latakia roll, which got me going, McBaren's got some good coin rolls. Per George has an episode about it. And that's what got me looking at this one and looking at it with you, and then you buying it. I'm sold. It's been a happy reunion with McBaren. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, I've tried doing those coins by rubbing them out and smoking them that way, and it just smokes way too hot. If you fold and stuff,
yes,
you have a little more control of the heat that it produces. So that's what I do with these. What do you think about the Nick hit on this?
This one's about a medium. The burleys, I just can't tell if there is enough burley in it to make it hit a little harder or not. I would consider this an all-day smoke because of how medium, how lower key the nicotine effect is on it. I feel like this is something you could start in the morning, finish in the evening, and you're going to be a happy guy.
Yeah, after smoking this several times, I would say for me it's about a moderate.
Okay.
A little under a medium. It's not heavy on the nicotine at all. So yeah, and I agree with you. It is definitely an all-day smoke.
Yes.
Well, a couple things about this. This is in the EU because of their legislation. You can't call a tobacco something that would encourage youngsters to smoke, like vanilla. You can't call it a vanilla tobacco. So in the EU, they call this classic roll cake instead of vanilla roll cake. Same stuff.
Same thing.
Same stuff, just called classic roll cake. I don't get any. It's not. If you smoke it slow enough, there's no bite and there's no harshness. Now, if you start puffing hard on this, it will get hot.
And that's what I want to say. I think that might be my other problem with the dottle at the bottom and other things like that I have with the coin tobaccos is because I smoke Virginias, most of them are ribbons or flakes, and most of them I burn through like a sailor. I think the only harshback thing that I could have against this tobacco is my own ineptness in being able to smoke it the way it's probably supposed to be smoked.
Yeah. Well, but just know that up front that you have to take your time with this because otherwise it will burn up a bowl real quick. Mm-hmm. And there's a little bit of rough edges on this as well. It's well balanced. It's complex. It's got rich flavors.
Mm-hmm.
The aftertaste lingers a little bit. I tasted several, a minute or two after I stopped smoking it. There is a little dampness in the bowl, but it's not distracting. It doesn't distract from my smoke. Mm. And I've had to relight similar to you. This is probably, for an experienced tobacco smoker that has tried all sorts of vanilla blends, this is the best vanilla blend.
This is the best one I've had.
This is the best vanilla blend that I've ever tried.
Yep.
And that I haven't felt like my mouth is on fire, my pipe is too hot to hold. Mm-hmm. I don't get any tobacco, tastes.
Yeah.
This is one where the vanilla is calm, it doesn't light you on fire, and you get good tobacco flavors out of it. So that's what I like about this one. I'll tell you, I do something a little different because I'm not a big aromatic smoker, and for that matter, Virginias are not my thing either. I'm an English smoker.
Yeah.
So to kind of cut the sweetness just a little bit, I will put about 1/8 of an inch of pirate cake at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And then I'll do the folding stuff with the vanilla rolls. And what it does is it just kind of cuts the sweetness a little bit, and towards the end of the smoke, you're getting a little more smoky kind of characteristic in there, which kind of, is up my alley. And
I believe it, because that pirate, we haven't done an episode on pirate cake, have we? We need to.
Yeah.
We've both tried that one and enjoyed it.
Well, that pirate cake is for me, a good, I don't smoke it a lot by itself. It's 75% locked.
Yeah, it's
and that's not to say that that's bad, because I enjoy it by itself. But I find myself using it as a
additive.
Yeah, kind of a condiment to kind of help tobacco taste a little more smoky or cool it down a little bit or something like that. So that's what I do with this. There's no chemical taste on this. Mm-hmm. It's just a really clean, good tobacco. Mm-hmm. I wonder what it would be like if we aged it. I fear that the vanilla probably would diminish.
Yeah.
But the Virginias would sweeten up more.
I feel like that too.
Who can tell?
It's not going to last long enough for me to be able to figure it out. I would have to buy a whole lot of tins just to be able.
This is not a tobacco that I'm going to put in the cellar. It's I buy one tin. Yeah. When that one tin is gone, I'll probably buy another one. Mm-hmm. Like we said, it comes in 3.5 ounce tins. It comes in 1 pound bags, And after you divide it up, it breaks down to about $3.80 an ounce.
So less
great.
than some, yeah, that's fantastic.
That's a bulk, almost a bulk price.
Almost, yeah.
So that's a really good price point for this tobacco. And as far as I know, it is available. Smoking Pipes ran out of it, but I bet within 2-3 weeks they get it back on the shelf.
Yeah, yeah. And that's where I'm going to say is the only thing that I can say, because I don't know how they make this, but it's one of those blends that it's like, if you see it, buy yourself a 10. Because I can't guarantee that the site that you're shopping at is going to have it in another 2 weeks. But they will eventually have it again, because as far as we can tell, they're continuously producing this.
Well,
McBaren has not made this a limited run.
Right,
item.
and wherever McBaren products are sold, this is one of their standards.
Yeah.
They've got several tobaccos that is just always there. And this
but
is
I
one
will
of them.
say, you can tell that by how good quality the tobacco is and how well kept it is, pretty much. It is a longer process than their normal other tobaccos that they constantly sell out. So they do not make a whole bunch all the time, but they do make it all the time.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. It's just when you see it, grab yourself a 10, and that's going to be my only thing is I've had to buy this because I like it so much from 3 different websites, because there was a purchasing issue when it came to some of my regular websites purchasing this.
They were not available.
Yes, that just some didn't have it, some did, some had it for like $30, some had it for $20, some had it, and so I had to be okay with going, well, I guess because I want 2 or 3 tins of this, I'm gonna have to buy the 2 tins that's at this website at this price, and because I want a 3rd one, I'm gonna have to spend more from this website because that's what they charge for it, which, thank you, turbo10.com, because that probably to me kicked it up the notch when it comes to our ratings.
So Turbo 10, you just go in there and you
I just
search
type in,
for this.
I just type in vanilla roll cake, and
It tells
gives
you
me
everywhere.
it gives me the list of every website that both sells it and whether they have it in stock or not, and it will tell you whether they have it in stock or not, or whether they will regularly keep it on their shelves.
Yeah, if it shows up in red, that means they don't have it. Right.
But if it shows up in red on the whole list when you search it, you just gotta wait. If it shows with a couple blacks there, those are guys that got it and you can buy it.
Well, and like for Smoking Pipes, and I know that there's other websites that do the same thing, I can put myself on an email list.
A waiting list, yeah.
And they'll shoot me an email when it comes in. So
Yep.
that's not a big deal. All right, well, we obviously like this one.
I love this one.
You love it, okay. Well, what are you going to give it?
I have that rule that a tobacco can break. I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to give it at least 4 shots because I love this tobacco. It's a great aromatic note hit without all the problems of me having to deal with an aromatic, because I still taste my Virginias and my Burleys and that slight pepperiness. It's a really good tobacco. But my picky thing always is, okay, what makes it the difference from a 4 to a 5 or a 4.5? Because there's not that many scores in between it, but there are a lot of requirements for me to want it to go above a 4, and one of them is accessibility and availability. And even though I've had to buy it from several different websites and I've had to use the assistance of Warren at turbo10.com, I have not gone without. Since I started smoking it, since I first tried it, and I wanted to get me a jar or 2, I have not gone without. I can constantly resupply myself with it. But I have to buy it from several different websites and stuff. So to me, this is a 4.5. Not quite a 5, because there's some stuff that I have to figure out, and just a couple little things that I just don't feel it's a 5 quality yet, but definitely 4.5 shots. This is a really good smoke. I at least have 2 to 3 bowls a week.
Okay, I like it too. It's a really good tobacco. Not just because it's McBaren, which is quality tobacco.
Yeah.
But it's just a solid tobacco. Not a big arrow smoker, and knowing that I kind of
You cheat
end
a
up
little.
doctoring it up a little bit.
Just a little. You treat it a little bit.
Yeah, and because of the tendency that if I push it, it's going to get hot.
Yes.
And sometimes I don't think about that. If I'm outside working or whatever,
That's my thing. I did just the little maintenance things. It's like it forces me to be a different smoker than what I actually am.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm sitting and enjoying it, I don't mind it telling me how I need to smoke. I don't mind, but when I'm working, sometimes I don't keep up with it. That's why it's not a 5 for me.
So for me, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Which still puts it at our 4 range.
Yeah, 3.5 for me,
That's
which is still a good score for
Yeah.
a solid tobacco. It's good. I would suggest that you guys go out and try it. For those of you that are arrow smokers, you're gonna start finding out what a tobacco with really good flavorings,
Yes.
quality flavorings, an aromatic, to me,
Yes.
in my humble opinion,
Yes.
should taste like.
That's what I completely agree with that.
All right,
It's
well,
back on the shelf.
4 shots. So
4
let's-
shots. Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do that. So for McBaren's vanilla roll cake, we give it 4 shots. No, that was the half shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to clean that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you that are arrow smokers, you want to kind of start progressing into real tobacco flavors. This is excellent.
Very.
For those of you that are Virginia smokers, that you want kind of a change of pace, a dessert tobacco,
Yeah.
this would be a really, really good one. Now, I still like Bob's chocolate, but as far as arrows go, Bob's chocolate is my favorite.
That's why I can't get it to light anymore. I'm done.
Because you're finished. All right, you got anything else you want to share?
Guys, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. We're growing, and far as I can tell, the pipe world is growing. I'm seeing a lot of people really try something new that's been so old for so long, and it's really just a great thing. And to know that there are this many tobaccos out there, we're going to have a lot of stuff for a long time. So if you guys just continue to comment, like, and subscribe, tell us what you want. Just send us emails or about your stories, things that you guys have shared, or people who you've shared.
Talking about such an old tradition
Yes.
of pipe smoking. I've been watching a bunch of movies on Amazon and on Netflix and things like that. And I'm finding, especially those period movies,
Mhm.
those period pieces, where a lot of the people in those movies are starting, you see them smoking pipes. So that's really, really cool that kind of exposure is starting to come back.
It is, and that's the thing. It's starting to come back into a way of like where it's not offensive to be a smoker anymore. It's more of a refined thing.
Well, and with all this social distancing going on and everything, people are staying away from each other. Hey, you got space to be able to smoke now. So,
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Yeah, so just have fun with it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your comments and all your advice and suggestions that you've been sending us.
Mhm.
We're going to keep on trucking. We've got a long list of things that we want to do. But if there's something in particular that you want to see, please share that with us. And on that, we will close this up. Had a great time. Thanks,
Yeah, it was
thanks
good
for coming
smoke.
over. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll find some more and we can share them with everybody.
Yep, sounds good.
Guys, thank you very much. Don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time. Enjoy your week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.